Y'all ready for this?
Good morning and welcome to another edition of ClinCheck Theater Thursday. So today we're taking a look at a common problem and mistake that I see in a lot of ClinChecks. So this is a class 2 case with a lot of anterior crowding, and the doctor is trying to do a lot of IPR to try and correct the crowding and keep the overjet close. So they do a lot of IPR and they kind of really push the limits, kind of going 0.4, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Now, I like to stop IPR distal to the canine. Distal to the canine is the furthest back that I like to do IPR. I don't like to do what they call posterior IPR, which means distal to the first premolar, distal to the second premolar, certainly distal to the third molar. And the reason why I don't like it is the following. You create a little bit of IPR here, and what you want to happen, what you think is going to happen, is that the teeth are going to distalize into that area. So you create a 0.4 millimeter gap here, and what you're hoping is that number 2.5, that number 13, is going to distalize into that space, and then you can close more overjet. What happens, though, is that you create some space here, and instead of the premolar distalizing, the molar can mesialize in something that we term iatrogenic mesial drift. This is this case 13 aligners later. Look what happened to the molar. It came to the mesial. Here was where it was supposed to be. See how the embrasures are completely lined up? You do some IPR, you create some space. What you wanted to happen was this premolar to go backwards, but what in actuality happened, this molar came forward. You see how the embrasure here is above, and when it comes forward on a tilt, and now you have a nasty posterior open bite. It's a tricky posterior open bite, and it's not so easy to fix. I would suggest equilibrating. Maybe you can get something down. Or if you look in the American Academy Clear Aligner Journal from the winter edition, you could see a case where we saw elastics being used by Dr. Christina Blocker to kind of close up the posterior occlusion here. The lesson to be learned, do not do IPR further than the distal canine. Distal canine's further back as I go. I don't do it further than that because I'm worried about iatrogenic mesial drift. This has been a Tim Tuesday. Thank you very much.